My husband was stationed out of state and said he had to work overtime through the Christmas holidays. I decided to buy a plane ticket to give him a surprise, but the only seats left were in first class. Looking at the exorbitant four-figure price tag, I gritted my teeth and spent my entire year's savings. When I finally boarded, I felt so out of place I couldn't even figure out how to pull out the hidden tray table. The glamorous woman draped in designer brands next to me let out a cold sneer. Never flown first class before, huh? I gave an awkward, apologetic smile. Sorry about that. You must be a CEO or something? You look very expensive. No, actually, she scoffed playfully. My sugar daddy is the CEO. Whenever I travel, I never settle for anything less than first class. Sometimes he even charters a private jet for me. I was taken aback. A sugar daddy? Isn't it hard to find someone like that? Not really. I'm his subordinate. I constantly mess up at work. Every time he scolds me until I cry, and while I'm crying, well, you know how it goes. What a coincidence, I said. My husband also has a female coworker who's always messing up. You're married? She looked me up and down with barely concealed disdain. My sugar daddy also has a wife back home, right around your age, but he told me he's been sick of her for years. Said touching her is like touching cardboard, completely devoid of any passion. He'd much rather just watch me run my hands through my hair. I told him I wanted to see him for Christmas. And look at that. He just told the old wife he had to work overtime. As she spoke, I noticed the diamond ring on her finger. It looked exactly like the wedding ring I had lost years ago. I froze. Wait, Patrick was just a low-level programmer. Since when did he become a CEO? I stared intently at her ring finger. But that ring, that's a wedding ring, isn't it? Did you and your sugar daddy get married? Oh, this? Chloe examined the diamond ring with a smug smile. I made him take it from his wife. I sat there, paralyzed. I honestly didn't plan on making things hard for the first wife, but on my birthday, that woman suddenly had a miscarriage and made him go to the hospital to take care of her. I had to spend my birthday all by myself. It was so unfair. My hand instinctively moved to my lower stomach. A sudden, blinding flashback transported me to that freezing winter. The sidewalks were coated in thick black ice on my way home from the grocery store. Patrick's salary was practically non-existent, and even a decent used car was a luxury we couldn't afford. I slipped and fell hard onto the concrete. Just like that, my 3-month-old baby turned into a pool of blood. That day, Patrick dropped all his work and stayed by my side for 3 days and 3 nights. But when I woke up from the horror, my ring had vanished along with my child, lost somewhere in the chaos. Patrick had held me tight. It's okay, we'll have another baby. As for the ring, I'll have a new one made for you. I remembered crying and shaking my head. Didn't you say your company was doing layoffs? We need to save our money. Wait until you make it big and then you can buy me a new one. His eyes were bloodshot that day, tears welling up as he looked at me. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I haven't made any real money. I'm sorry I can't give you a good life. I had just shaken my head. Right beside me, Chloe was still admiring that exact same diamond ring. I forced my voice to stay steady. So, you made him take his wife's ring and give it to you? Yeah, actually he refused at first. He said he wanted to buy me a much more expensive one. Chloe tilted her hand, watching the diamond catch the light. But the only reason that old bitch was acting so arrogant was because she had the title of wife. If I didn't punish her a little, wouldn't she just walk all over me in the future? I clenched my jaw so hard my teeth ached. To be honest, compared to all the other stuff he buys me, this diamond is cheap trash. But it's the principle of it. It's a wedding ring. Chloe smiled at me brightly. If a woman lets herself end up like that pathetic wife, her life is completely over. I grabbed the fabric of my cheap sweater, forcing out a hollow smile. If your sugar daddy is so willing to spend money on you, he must spend a fortune to keep the wife quiet, right? Chloe burst out laughing. She leaned in, whispering near my ear, "Let me tell you a secret. That stupid bitch doesn't even know he's a billionaire CEO yet." Why? I asked, my voice barely a whisper. Chloe admired her diamond-encrusted manicure.